Start of the season, you go on to a completely different game now on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a little bit of sort of a different kind of game. Same, we'll prepare for it the exact same way and so on. It's just obviously it's not sort of points to play for, but a cup game against a very good side. So we're looking forward to it. It's a good draw. It's a good draw for the club. It's Sky cameras are there as well, which always adds a little bit of an edge. So no, we're looking forward to it, and it's a nice distraction.
Do you play your strongest team?
We'll play a side that we feel can get us a result. With this, we're not resting anyone or anything like that, but we're going to pick a side that we feel can compete with Aston Villa.
What side do you think they'll pick, Villa?
That doesn't concern me. This has absolutely nothing to do with me. What Aston Villa do. Aston Villa I'm sure will come here and want to win the game, and so do we. So whatever they say, whatever team they pick, it's got nothing to do with me. So that's their decision.
Your team squad must be buzzing after Saturday.
Yeah, it's a good feeling in the camp after just continued on from what we had in pre-season and so on. The atmosphere and the spirit we have has been good. Results only help that, and Saturday was a good result. But we've debriefed the game and put that to bed, and now we're moving forward because it's a big week. So it's a big 7 days really, in 7 or 8 days with including the Newport game in there. So it's an important time for us. So we're feet back on the ground and we're back focused on Wednesday, and then we'll move on to Saturday after that.
A 3-0 win is obviously great, but it was the manner of the victory as well which will have pleased you.
Yeah, look, it was a good away performance. I mean, I'm not going to underplay it or overplay it. We weren't as fluent as we have been, but it was a good away performance. We looked strong, we looked committed, they worked, and they won battles. They did a lot of the ugly side very, very well, and it was pleasing. We kept a clean sheet away from home against a side like Plymouth, who are a good side. So it was lots of pleasing things, and I said the competition in the squad, we had a few dilemmas who to pick and so on, and people justified their selection. And I thought it was an excellent all-round performance, and I was pleased, really pleased.
They played a diamond in midfield, so did you. How do you feel the diamond worked?
Well, they changed actually, because they haven't played a diamond in pre-season. It's been 4-3-3, and last year they played 4-2-3-1. So I believe they changed for us, which is a great compliment. If we're going into games away from home against one of our rivals and they're changing shape for us, then that's a good compliment. I felt ours worked fine. For me, we won 3-0 away from home, so I couldn't have asked for any more. Now, as I said, we weren't as fluent as we would have liked to have been, but that was a credit to them. They matched us up, went man for man all over. So we had to come through a man for man test, and I think we did.
Pelly Ruddock played and did very well. It's a bit of responsibility on him. He's going to have to show that he's mature for that position, and he proved he was.
Well, yeah, but he's got to consistently do that, as everyone else has. They've done well for a game. It's not got carried away. It's one game, and now we've got to follow that up with results and so on. If we want to achieve the goals that we set ourselves, then we've got to be consistent from now until the end of the season, not just first game of the season, a big game for our league and so on. So Pelly did well, played very well in fact, but he was part of a real good team performance. As I said, what we want from our players are consistent levels, so that we know what we're going to get from them week in, week out. And I want to put out a side that I've repeated it continually, that I want to put out a side that the fans can be proud of, but also that I know what I'm going to get. And I said I hope we can rely on everyone.
Did you catch Villa at Sheffield Wednesday? Or did you scout there, or you watched it?
Yeah, no, I watched the game, and as I said, I envisage it being a different game, but I want us to be closer to Championship sides than League Two sides, if you get what I mean. But it was a tough start for them. Sheffield Wednesday are a very good side, and no illusion, they're losing semi-finalists last year, but I came up against Sheffield Wednesday twice last year, and they're an excellent side. They've got a real good manager. He's organised. They've got a group of players that work, really, really work, and I said they're not a bad club to emulate, because they've got the biggest budget in the league, but they've got a group of players that want to do well, that have a structure about them. They've got some fantastic individuals that haven't quite done it at other clubs, but are really doing it for Sheffield Wednesday, and I thought it was a good game. I said Villa will have to go and handle expectation in the Championship, because like Newcastle, they found it sides are going to want to or will raise their game because they are the favourites, and being favourites, the responsibility comes with that and the pressure. But I said I thought it was a good championship game. I said championship's not meant much in championship games, and I felt that was one of those.
You're up against a Champions League winning manager, Roberto.
Yeah. Well, apart from tactically, we won't have too much impact on the night, but no, he's done fantastically well. I came up against him when he was at MK Dons. He's gone on to do real good things, and obviously with the Chelsea and Schalke and things, but don't worry about my team. I'm more worried about. As my team turn up and play how we can play and acquit ourselves and give a Luton Town performance, and I don't care who we play.
First major game of the season at Kenilworth Road, which will be nice for the supporters.
Yeah, no, it's good, and it's one of three because we've got two big ones after that. This one will be classed as a big game, but the other two are very big, probably more important to us, to be honest with you. But as I said, we take each game as it comes, and we treat each game with the importance it deserves. But the fans are vital. We keep saying the fans are vital, and Kenilworth Road, we need to improve our form there. This is a little bit of a distraction in the cup game, the cup atmosphere, and night game, TV, and so on. But we're looking forward to playing at home. I believe we can build a side that enjoys playing at home, and I want to start that. I really do, because I think our away form's outstanding, and I want our home form to be outstanding. And if we can get them both outstanding, then ultimately we'll be outstanding.
Sheehan, what's the situation with him?
He's just a bit of stiffness in his calf, so we didn't take no chances really. He's important to us, important how we play and so on, but we've just pulled him out. He'll have a scan today and assess that, and hopefully it's nothing he can kick on, so we'll know more in about an hour's time.
So that left back position, are you going to take your time with that one? Could it be a youngster coming in, or could you just swap things around a bit?
No, we'll have a look. I said today was a recovery day, and we'll speak with the staff today and have a few ideas what we can do. But we've got a strong squad. Probably, obviously, it's ironic that both left backs have gone down in one game, obviously, and obviously Dan will be suspended. But we've got a strong enough squad that can cover that. So we'll be okay. It's just what we do and what kind of way we look to set up.
Cool. Have you watched the dismissal for Dan Potts again, and did you have any other thoughts after seeing that?
I don't really know what it's for, so I'm going to have to wait for the referee's report. I don't know if it's for the tackle. It's definitely not for anything after, because he didn't do anything apart from get thrown to the ground by their player. So I'm going to have to wait for the referee's report before I comment on that, but I don't know.
Because you can't appeal to bookings, can you? Or can
no, you can't appeal to bookings. That's set in stone. But
because when you watch it back, I mean, he does get knocked to the ground afterwards, doesn't he, as well? So
it must. The only thing I think about is the challenge. He deemed it a late challenge, or he didn't quite get the ball. But I don't know, because otherwise I don't know, because he didn't do anything else. Didn't kick the ball away. Didn't react. Was thrown to the ground. So I don't know what the referee was thinking about that. But if he did give it for that, then that's fine. But I'll mark the referee accordingly, because I have my own opinions on the referee's performance and the linesman on the weekend. So I'll mark them accordingly.
When you look to obviously the game on Wednesday, I mean, someone like Akin Famewo, is he a possibility to play if that is if you deem that sort of got to go that way?
Anyone in our squad, we've got, as you see, we've got 20 players now, and any one of those can play, because I can rely on any one of those 20 players. There's not anyone thinking, I can't. So any one of them can play. It just depends how we decide to go, how we think they're going to set up, and so on, and what we feel will be the best to implement our game plan on there.
Obviously, Villa as well. I mean, they've recruited quite heavily in the windows. I mean, people like Ross McCormack could possibly play too. So they've got some real threats, haven't they?
They have. I mean, look at the Championship Football Club. They're a Championship club. They were a Premier League club months ago. Now they're a Championship Football Club. So they're bound to have good players. You don't play at that level if you haven't. So they'll have threats all over the pitch, but it's just how we handle that, and then how we impose our play on them. It's a great game. It's a great game for us. We're going to look forward to it. And as I said, we're not just going to make up the numbers. We're looking forward to the game. But it's a nice distraction for us. It's a good draw. It's a good draw for the club, and it's an opportunity for people to see what we do.
How pleased you've been with the way how quickly Jack Marris and Danny Hilson struck up a partnership up there in Luton's opening few games?
Yeah, I think there's still more to come from them because I said there's only early, so it's a fledgling partnership, and then we were others also that sort of played together. They didn't play too much together in pre-season due to Jack picking up a little thing now and again, so we had to play him at different times to Danny. But we have a good competition in that area. We have 4 specific central ones, people then like Cookie who can play there, so we have good options in that one. So it's not just about them, but no, it was pleasing on the weekend that they both scored. For me, it doesn't matter who scores as long as we score, but you know, it is good when your strikers are scoring because they'll be in good confidence and so on. So no, I hope they strike up a lasting, really productive sort of relationship.
Alan Sheehan's injury, it could have been disruptive having to make a late replacement partner, but Scott Cuff ensured it wasn't. I mean, was that one of the most pleasing aspects as well?
Massive pleasing part, because as I said, it was a difficult time for him to come in, but it showed his professionalism. It shows the quality we have here, that we have a replacement in him to come on, but 2, it shows his professionalism. He came on and he led. He was a captain on Saturday, and I was thoroughly delighted with him. And we had a few out there, we had a good few leaders out there on Saturday, which was really pleasing. We went to Plymouth. We probably give away a few too many free kicks for my liking, but the commitment we showed was outstanding.
And with the game being on telly on Wednesday, do you see it as a chance to showcase what the team's all about?
No, I want to win the game. I want to beat Aston Villa. I'd like to do it playing our way, and as long as we play our way, whatever people think. As long as I'm happy and things, and we win the game, that's the main things. So we're not looking just to put on a show, we're looking to win the game against a very difficult opposition, because Villa are 2 leagues above us, we're 3, but we're looking to close that gap as soon as we can in terms of levels we play at.
Do you take anything from the friendly against Brighton? Because again, another Championship club gave a good performance against them. Do you take anything from that?
Well, you will, because I said they have a level of player. So if Brighton showed they can hurt you if you don't defend well against them, if you don't do the right things. I thought we were excellent against Brighton, especially first half. And we want that level of performance. And again, because we're now 2.5 weeks further down the line than we were then. So we're looking for a performance as well, looking for an improved performance on Brighton. Because if we'd had a little bit more cutting edge, if we were a little bit more clinical, we probably would have won that game more than 2-1. So we're looking for improvements. We'll take heart from a performance against a Championship side, but this will be a totally different game.